Okay, so I hope there's not too much noise, background noise. Hello everybody, my name is Lorraine. This is No Fixed Address. So this podcast is about the people I meet on my travels. It's about culture, it's about the places we visit, it's about all the stories from the road. And so today I am accompanied by the beautiful Joerg. So we are currently in Thakhek, Laos, and Joerg and I met at the beginning of the Thakhek Loop, which is a famous motorbike loop. I think the most famous in Laos.
Yes.
So you have so many beautiful places and nature and things to see on the way. We both started late on the first day of our 4-day trip, and we ended up meeting at the spot where I was having lunch, and then you dropped by.
Yeah, I was heading from Thailand to Thahkek, and because of this I was a little bit late, and I was going directly to the motorcycle renting, and starting then after 12, I think,
Yeah.
And I met you, I think, at 1 or 2.
1 or 2 p.m., little lunch break.
Yeah.
And since he told me he was also doing the loop, and he hadn't seen anything because we both missed all the caves at the beginning of the loop.
The best of the loop.
Yeah.
Maybe. But no, we will see. I
don't think
I will come again, because this loop is really a great thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can recommend it. Yeah. And I will see if it is really this thing what we missed.
But yeah, because at the beginning of the loop you have like several, I think at least like 9 caves you're supposed to, you can pick a couple, you don't have to look at all of them. And I was told by some guys before I left that a lot of the caves, like they're very well marked. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, whatever, I don't want to like try and figure out beforehand which ones I'm gonna go to.
I did not see any sign.
Yeah, me neither. Like well mark, I don't know how, because I didn't see any. So obviously I was focused on the road because especially the beginning of the road. The
beginning of the road is very, very bumpy.
Super bumpy.
Yeah, and there are a lot of trucks at the beginning. I think they are bringing things to Vietnam. I don't know where they come from, where they go to. But in the road, if the road is crashed, and the trucks are driving over it, they make so many dust, and this dust is going in your face. It's the beginning is really very experimental.
Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. So Laos is known to be one of the countries in Southeast Asia whose roads are still they're pretty fucked. Like you have a lot of potholes everywhere along the roads, and so especially when you're going from one city to the other or any place, it definitely gets bumpy. And whenever you take a van or tuk-tuk or whatever to go somewhere, it's not great. But I think they did a very good job at repairing and putting new roads on a lot of the parts.
They are beginning also they are in construction for the road and so on. I think in some years this loop is really beautiful. But at the moment it's a little bit dangerous, I think.
Yeah, well, it's super dangerous because literally I think 25% of the people we've met, which you end up meeting a bunch of people on the loop, and a lot of the people you see in one place, you end up seeing in the next place. A lot of them ended up getting injuries. So way too many, actually. We didn't end up getting injured. We came close a couple of times. And considering the fact that we've got Joerg here who has years of experience with, motorbiking and stuff.
This is also, I think, the reason for. There are coming tourists and they did not drive before. So this is a problem. If the roads are not good, one error and you're away. It's really
so
it's a mess, and it's happening all the time.
Thankfully most of the people that get injured, their injuries aren't like crazy, as in I have to be hospitalized right away. But we have met a couple who got injured really badly and are deciding to go into the capital to get proper medical care.
I met the first injured people I met in Thailand. They were doing the loop, yeah? And I met him in the hotel, and it was a young French, 18 years old or 19, I don't know, yeah. And he also drove in a big hole, yeah, and then he crashed, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was really not looking good. Yeah, so I think this is a better loop for experienced motorcycle drivers.
Yeah. I think a lot of the parts of the loop also. The thing is that a lot of the people that come here, they don't drive motorbikes at home. So you hop on the motorbike and you're excited, and even if it's one of the first times you use it, you're like, okay, after a while you're like, I feel confident, so you start speeding. The thing is that the roads here, there are some spots where you see the potholes only when you're up close, and if you're going 100 kilometers per hour, I mean, the pothole, you're not going to see it, or you're not going to have enough time to brake. So for instance, both of the bikes we also rented are 110 cc's, which are the cheapest ones, but they're semi-automatic, and the thing is that they can go up fast. They can go all the way up, I think, to 100 or maybe a bit more.
100 kilometers, yeah.
But I think this is enough. You don't need anything higher, because if you have anything higher, unless it's a good motocross bike, which you're fine with then when you go through the potholes. If you have a 125 and it's the first time you're driving and you start speeding, it's not about going fast and not being able to handle it. It's more about the fact that there's potholes and you won't be able to brake on time. And even if you do brake on time, you're most likely gonna end up just drifting and eating shit anyways.
And it makes no sense at all. Yeah, you want to see the nature and the landscape. Yeah, and if you are driving 100 kilometers, you don't see so much from this trail. Yeah, it is such a beautiful landscape wherever you come. Yeah, it's fantastic. For me, it was one of I did a lot of loops in the world. I'm traveling since many years. Yeah, but this is perhaps the best one I saw up to now.
Boom.
But you have to. The target should be the way.
Yeah. That's what he kept saying. It's about the process, not the outcome, which is so true.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of the actual riding the motorbikes, we find a good balance. I think we're pretty good at finding a balance of sometimes we stop, we take pictures. Then there's parts where it's parts of the roads and times of the days where you can really enjoy going faster. And then enjoying the curves, and it's the.
When you was driving back the last part of the loop, there the street is very good. Yeah, you can drive there 90 or 100 kilometers. It's no problem. Yeah, but the most of the loop at the beginning, I would say the average speed should be 30, 40 maximum. Yeah, and then it's getting better and better. Yeah. And you can drive perhaps 50 or maximum 60 kilometers an hour. Yeah.
Well, at the beginning, no, I think you can drive faster, but if you think safety, it's always better to drive slower. I know I was whole-assing a bit at the beginning too. I mean, all the way. But anyways, so this is the Thakhek Loop. In any case, that's where we met, and we ended up just sticking with each other and riding the loop together. Going back to the basics, Joerg, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Give me a little bit about your background. So, yeah.
Well, I'm a traveler. Since I'm 16, I love traveling, and I visit a lot of countries all over the world. After the BAC, I did half a year in Africa. From South Africa, I moved with the backpack to Egypt. And after this, I went to military for 1 year. After the military, I went to South America and have been there for half a year, and all over Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, and so on. And then one time I got a son, and I had to stop. I had to stop. That's not true, but I made more Europe, Spain, France, and so on. And then 5 years ago, I started the first big travel with my older son. we was traveling around also here, Southeast Asia, because this is my favorite region. I love Southeast Asia, yeah. And also on this trip we started at Malaysia. Now I was heading from Langkawi. This was the last point from Malaysia to Koh Lipe in Thailand, yeah. And there I took a night sleep train, yeah. And from the sleep train I took a plane to Nakhon Phanom, which is on the other side of Thahkek. Yeah. And then I met you.
Wow, that sounds awesome. So clearly you've had years of experience traveling. You started traveling when you were still very young, even before 16, but 16 was the first time you did your first solo travel backpacking trip.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more? So I know we've talked about this before,
Yeah.
but tell us a little bit more about that first experience, especially going from the type of traveling you were doing before to the day you decided you wanted to do or live a little bit more.
Yeah, when I was 16, before I was 16, I was traveling with my parents, yeah? And it was really good because I was also around the world. Yeah, they also love to travel, yeah? But they always want to go in Club Robinson, in Club Aldiana, and such things. And me, it was okay, but I didn't really love this. I want to know the culture, I want to know the people. Yeah? And in the Club Aldiana, you don't meet any people. Not really. Yeah? Except perhaps Europeans or Americans. So with 16, I said to my father, I don't want to come with you in holiday. I want to travel around Europe, and there is a ticket, Interrail. Yeah? Please buy me this ticket, and I can go 6 weeks for me alone. And he said, yes, you can do. So he bought me this ticket, and I was around 6 weeks around Europe. I started in Switzerland, and I went to France, Spain, Portuguese, and then back. At the last week, I didn't have any money. I had to call my pa. And at this time, you had not the possibility to come anywhere and to get money with the card. Yeah? He had to do a special transferation, a speed transferation, and this cost a lot of money. Yeah? So he was not really happy with this, but he supported me always in traveling. Yeah? And after this experience, I know this is what I want. I want to travel, I want to meet people, I want to look around, I want to eat the food they have, I want to see the world.
Okay, that's wonderful. So I love that we have the perspective of someone that has traveled for so long already. You've been to so many countries. Joerg over here has traveled to over 116 countries. So you still have like a good half of them, more than half of them to go, eh?
Yes. If you look into the world, there are so many countries. Yeah, we will see what I can do in the next years. I'm now 60. Yeah, I still have, I think, hopefully 20 years. Yeah, I can travel. I don't know. Perhaps. You're getting older and you don't want to, but I saw a lot of the world, and I said to you, I have some years, then I can retire, and when I'm retired, I want to buy a caravan, and then I will travel around with this caravan.
Yes.
It's a little bit more comfort than you have as backpacker, but if you're getting older, this is the way you should do.
That's so fine. I think obviously you still backpack, but you don't really backpack the way you used to before. You still, I think, do a lot of, the activities, and you enjoy the lifestyle and taking the middle of the night buses and doing all of this, but you allow yourself to also stay in places, where you can sleep well. You don't stay in dorms anymore.
But I did also. And
of course. But I feel like that's the natural cycle.
If you are older, you have a little bit more money, so you can afford also a room. Yeah, maybe. But a lot of time I take also a room at the hostel. Yeah? Because I very likely meet also young people to know their opinion and to learn from them also. Yeah, because the lifestyle from traveling is mostly at the young people. In my age, there are people, but less people really going out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. And so what would you say then if we compare when you first started backpacking to how things are now? What are some of the biggest differences?
The biggest difference is the internet. Now you have Booking.com, you have TripAdvisor, you have Get My Guide, whatever. This is so easy to find an accommodation, which is good, yeah. And in former times, you have to go to each hostel or to each hotel or to each accommodation and to look if it is fine, yeah. And perhaps it is fully booked. You don't know before, yeah. This is totally different. Also, booking buses, yeah. You can want to go Asia now on the handy and the mobile, yeah. And this is 2 clicks, and you have the next connection from here to Praxis, for example. It's no problem. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
No, you're so fine. I just realized.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree. And this is one of the main things that I realize makes traveling so easy. That's also why initially I had decided I was going to travel through Laos without using my phone at all. But then life made it that I had to, whatever. I didn't do it with this country, but I'm definitely going to do it with one of the countries that I visit. Getting a map wherever you go, like when you first arrive, and then, having a few places that maybe you're like, oh yeah, this could be cool to go here and there, whatever, and otherwise just going to the places people recommend and figuring things out as you go along. I feel like that's the real backpacking and traveling,
Both things are really good. The new time is good.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more secure and perhaps for most of people it's important that they have their overstay in the night before they come there. Yeah. But the adventure is on the other way.
Yeah.
That's not a really big difference. Yeah.
That's true. I think that also having, the privilege of having our phones also allows you to be able to make sure that you go to a place and you can also do a lot of the cool things and see a lot of the cool things that the places has to offer. Yeah. And you can maximize your time and you're more efficient with your money as well, I think.
Yeah.
There's less lagging, but it's both sides too, because you can say like, yeah, well, you're also, when you don't know what's around, you're also traveling slower, which at the end of the day makes you,
as I said, there are always 2 sides of a medal, yeah. And this is also the case in these things, yeah. At the former times, it took longer. You have to look for the apartment or for a hotel or wherever you are going, yeah. But one of the exciting things is the thing that you travel, yeah, and that you meet people, and that you have to look for accommodations and so on. Yeah, this is something which is with the travel.
Yeah. It comes.
And this is really easy now.
It's so easy, and it's even easier because you end up meeting so many people when you travel, and a lot of the people you meet in one place, somehow you stay in touch, and then you'll end up meeting them somewhere else. And I think that's also one of the things that's super great. It's just you meet a lot of travelers, and then I think it's a mix of meeting people that are traveling, locals as well.
Yeah.
It's
food. Food is for me also very important. Yeah, wherever I come to a new country, I want to taste the food. I want to taste the coffee or the tea what they have, or the special food. For example, here in Thailand, it's Pad Krapao. It's a very easy thing to do, but it's so tasty. So tasty. And here in Laos, I think it's lap. It's lap.
You have lap,
One of the favorite foods. I taste it also. Perhaps it does not taste you, but you should try it. This is something of the culture of these people.
That's why I really like when I go to a country and it has night markets, I think it's super cool because it allows you to try so many different foods. It's very dangerous because I eat, and you'll see me at the night market literally buying way too many things, which is great.
But
I have to
love it
say,
also.
well, you know, and I love this difference. Whilst he has lost 6 kilos being in Southeast Asia, in just a month, I've gained probably at least 6 kilos.
But
Well,
this
in
is
3 months, but still.
this food is really healthy here. Yeah? I think rice is better than...
It's healthy, but that's why I'm like, oh, let's eat more. And I end up overeating.
Okay, yeah. For me, because the weather is very hot,
Yeah.
I'm not really so hungry than I am in Europe. Yeah? In Europe, I can eat 4 times a day, 5 times a day. Here, normally, if I take a breakfast, this is enough till the afternoon, the late afternoon.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah? And then at night, I don't eat anything.
Yeah.
And in Germany, I eat. I take no breakfast, but I eat at 12 and really much. Then I come home at 5 and at half past 5 I eat again many things, and then at 9 or at 10 I'm getting hungry and I eat again many things. Yeah? And a lot of carbohydrates, for example. Yeah? And here it's only a little bit rice, a little bit meat, and the portions are really the half we have in Europe.
Yeah, yeah. Especially I feel I haven't been to Germany yet, but I feel in Germany you guys have big portions,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
we have. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well that's super interesting. Again, I love how we end up talking about food again. This is something I talked about I think it was one of the first episodes I recorded. Actually, every single episode I end up talking about food because
I know you love food.
I
I
love
saw
food.
it.
Yeah, he saw me eating, guys. This is so bad. It's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna, once I go back to a stable lifestyle, I will chill. I will.
Yeah, but loving food is okay.
Yeah, but when it's not in excess. Anyways, whatever. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, so please tell me, throughout all of your experiences of traveling and, doing so many things, you've already told me about a lot of cool stories, things that have happened to you. Please give me the number one most insane, really crazy story something that happened to you, something that you experienced during your travels.
Crazy story. That's difficult.
It's very difficult, but the first thing that popped into your mind, of course you have so many different things, but one thing where you are like, well,
At the beginning, when I was traveling, and I was in South America, and this is a bad story. It's not really happened to me,
okay,
but to someone I saw in the plane, or I met in the plane. Yeah? This has been 2 Austrian guys, and at this time when we was coming to Venezuela, one of the politicians, I don't know, I think from the finance ministry, was going away with a lot of money. And because of this, there had been controls. Every 30 kilometers, there had been controls for military or for police. And we met them at Caracas, in Venezuela. And we were driving for Puesto to Puerto La Cruz.
Okay.
Puesto, this is like a minibus, but it is starting when it's full.
okay, okay,
That's really nice.
Okay.
Nice thing, yeah. And we had no problems, but they had problems. They have been controlled a lot of times. And one time, one of the policemen come in, and they looked at the cards where he is going to, and you have to tell them in which hotel they are going. Yeah. And then he asked him if he can change money. And he changed him some money, not far. It was not very big money, but he changed him. Yeah? And then the next morning, the police was at the door, and they said, "You have wrong money. You have to come with us." Yeah? And they take them with them, and they had to pay each $1,000 to come out of the police. Yeah?
Okay, so the police did some money exchange with the guy. He came,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh, you're walking around with fake money."
Yes.
But the police had given him the
Yes.
fake money.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Damn, that's
This
fucked up.
was something which I was really. I never heard something like this.
Yeah.
For me, never happened something. One time in Caracas, they broke into our apartment, yeah, and there was heading out all the things from the backpack, yeah, and they stole the money we had there, but it was not very much, yeah, because we had traveler's checks at this time. Traveler's checks, it is not common now. I don't think you can get it now, yeah, but at
I've
this
never
time,
seen them. I think I've heard of them,
yeah.
but I haven't seen
With
them.
travel checks, it's okay. You can go to a bank, you make your sign, yeah, and then you get the money. Yeah. And the travel checks, they control your passport. Yeah. So you can steal it, but it's nothing you can do with this. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they stole it also, the travel checks, but nothing was handed out to them. Yeah.
I think it was more inconvenient at the time.
These have been the things which was really bad on my voyages, what I heard. But all other things, there have been nothing, really nothing, in disadvantage. I met so many kindly and gentle people all over the world. Everybody helps you.
Yeah, it's
Everybody.
crazy.
Yeah.
I
really.
think that people that usually have like the bad travel stories, it's also because it's how you choose to look at things and the energy you choose to put out. Because I've also done like a lot of things that people consider unsafe, whatever, but only good things have happened to me because I'm always like looking at the best. Obviously, if my gut tells me like, perhaps not that, we don't do that. But otherwise, like most
For
people
example,
want
I
good.
took a Grab in Bangkok, and as I am, I forgot the Grab and the mobile phone in the Grab. And I phoned to the company, which makes this deciding which Grab are coming, and they phoned him, and he brought me back the mobile phone. It was really expensive, and I wanted to give him money. He did not take any money. He did not take any money.
Yeah.
Only one example. You have really cool people.
Most people are just so kind.
Yes.
Like I was telling you also my story. So at the beginning, I also told myself I was gonna not use my phone in Laos and also hitchhike. Then I realized time-wise, I wasn't gonna be able to hitchhike everywhere because of the roads and everything like that. So I did a hitchhike once, which was when I went from Luang Prabang to Nong Kiao, which is supposed to be a 3
One
to
of
4.
the baddest streets I know.
Yeah. Well, and normally it's supposed to take about 3 to 4, 5 hours by minivan. And it's only like 230 kilometers.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I hitchhiked and I ended up hopping on a truck, one of those like, it was a young guy and he was traveling with, I don't know, a bunch of merchandise. Turns out to be, it was rocks in the back of his truck. Anyways, whatever. So I'm on this truck. The guy doesn't speak a word of English and I do not speak the language either. And so we were trying to communicate a little bit through Google Translate, but that's when I also realized that he doesn't really know how to read. So obviously at that point, the microphone option and the sound option from Google Translate wasn't working either. So the only thing we had understood is that I was heading to Nong Kiao. And so the second I hop on this and he turns off, well, he starts going, I'm like, whoa. This is gonna be a slow journey. This is gonna take a while. But I'm like, you know what? It's fine. We're here for the adventure, right?
Yeah.
Long story short, it took me 24 hours to get to Nong Kiao instead of 4 hours max, right? And so the first 3-4 hours were in this truck, which is definitely not the most comfortable truck I've been on, by the way. I realized
this road is so bumpy.
it's
not
really
easy
bad,
to
yeah. And in
drive
those
every
trucks,
truck,
it's
yeah.
so bad. Anyways, and so the first 3-4 hours I'm on the truck, I check Google Maps, which low-key, thank God, at this point, I hadn't turned off my phone, right? Anyways, and so I check Google Maps and I'm like, okay, I'm not even 1 hour of the way in. And I start thinking, well, it's getting close to, 6 p.m. The sun is coming down. Like I have to think of a plan B because I don't really know what's going on with this guy. We haven't really spoken. Was very sweet to take me in, but yeah, like the sun is coming down. I don't know when I'm gonna get to Nong Kiao. I'm also a woman, so like what the fuck. Anyways, at some point he stops. It's maybe like 7, 8 p.m. and so I use this opportunity to ask him like when are we arriving to Nong Kiao? And long story short, he tells me we're gonna eat dinner, then we're gonna get there. All this to say, after dinner, I felt they ended up, posting up on the side of the road with him and his buddy, because he had another buddy driving another truck. And then they cooked dinner. They fed me. They gave me, they went to buy drinks after. Yeah. We hit the road after. I feel so much better. I'm like, oh my God, we're so chill. These guys are so nice. So we hit the road. We had to stop again. One of their other buddies from their companies had ended up having an accident and his truck was on the side of the road, so they were helping him get the truck out. Took so long, whatever. We had to stop. We stopped at maybe 11 and he's like, okay, we're going to sleep now. And I was like, he told me like, you hop on the back of the truck and you sleep there and I go sleep with my buddy. And so I slept in the truck. We hit the road again the next morning around 6 a.m. They go get a goose. They kill the goose and make breakfast with one of their other buddies from the road who was just doing laundry on the side of the road. We eat on the side of the road, which means our food was mixed with 3 kilos of dust at this point. And then after this, we hit the road again.
That's
and
also
I end up
something here in Southeast Asia. I have been in Burma 3 years ago when it was easy. Now it's really bad because of the military junta who took again the power. But when I have been there, I saw mechanics totally a motor. They took a motor out, they built it out. Every part was on the street, and after this, they made something and they built it together again, and it was working.
It's crazy. It's crazy because this happens, and also a lot of the times you see the people doing this. And for instance, the guys that were taking out the truck who hadn't first some issue, it wasn't starting. Then they fixed that, and then they took out this massive truck, and it was a bunch of like 19, 20, 21 years old. And I was like, damn, like, these guys are out here, they're so young, they're doing all this stuff, like, and they're wearing flip-flops, hopping on the trucks, like, it's so chill, it's...
They are wearing
like,
flip-flops for everything.
Yes.
For everything, really.
They know their stuff, though. It's and they're so chill, they wear...
They have to deal with each situation they get, and they do.
And they deliver. They fix their stuff. No, it's crazy. But yeah, see, all this to say, people are so kind. And see, to go back to the end of my story, I end up getting to Nong Kiao maybe around past 1 p.m. And so we make it with I don't know how many stops. And at the end I was like, okay, I know I hitchhiked, but I'm gonna give this guy some money because he fed me twice. I slept in his truck, and
no money,
he brought me all the way here, and he didn't accept the money. I tried it again, and he was like, no.
That's typical.
And I was like, whoa.
And this is happening all over the world.
Yes. Like I had other experiences of people just giving me rides. They see on the side of the road, and then they kind of come and they're like, hey, like, where are you headed? And I'm like, oh, I'm headed over here, but I'll just walk. And they're like, no, hop on here. Like, oh, don't worry about it. And all this exchange happens with like no we don't speak the same language, And so
that's also very interesting. This is coming from time to time. It's really the case. They are not speaking English. And you are really a professional in English and French and Spanish. But me, I can only German, which nearly nobody speaks. and a little bit English. Yeah.
English and French too.
Yeah, French, but this is really low level. Low level.
But still, you know, something is something.
Yeah, but it happens that the other side cannot really understand you. But with feet and hands,
Yeah. No, for real.
you can solve this. It's no problem. It's no, even if you have no internet, you have no Google Translator. It is possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, it is a little bit slower, but it is possible.
Yeah. And people are always willing to help. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
I think that's one of the best things
That's
about
one
traveling.
of the really experience everybody makes who travels a lot. 99% of the people want to help you. They want to help you.
Yeah.
They are kindly, they are gentle, and this is a great experience to know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, that's why I recommend traveling.
Yeah, I also, I do.
Okay, wonderful. Can you tell me, just to, as like one of the last questions, anything that you want to share? Any, like you've already shared a lot, but anything that you want to add after this?
I want to say something to your community. Yeah.
My very tiny community.
Yeah. If you are changing your job, don't work immediately. Take this time you can have to do the other job to travel. So this is what I made in my life. I cannot. I'm also working, and I have a good company in which I can afford a little bit, to travel longer. That's not the case in the most companies. But if you change the job, what in hell does you can take the next job in 2 months? So you can 2 months travel. Do this if you can.
Yeah. So take some time if you're gonna job hop, and this is great because we're a generation that switching a lot of times, like jobs. We don't stick with the same job for years. So yeah, that's great that you've been traveling.
If you find the right job, you may work in this job for decades.
Yeah.
So it's better if you change the job, that you take this chance and you travel a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so to wrap this up, I'm gonna ask you 2 last questions. So the first question is, I ask all of my guests except one I didn't ask because language barrier made it a bit complicated. But I like to ask all of my guests what a random question. So give me 1 second. So your random question of the episode, Joerg, is let me find it, sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Oh my god, wait! I think this one is so good for you. Okay, tell me, what is something that you're very proud of, but you barely talk about?
This is really my son. This is my son. I'm so happy that I have children. I'm not really a super successful person. I'm working as programmer in a company. And it's okay. It's a really good job. I love it. But the best thing I ever did was to get children.
Okay, that's so cute. I do think you've brought up your sons though. You have talked about them. But based on what you're saying, you should be talking about them even more.
Why?
Because you just answered the question. You said this is something you're very proud of, but you rarely talk about.
I don't understand a moment. What do you want?
Okay, so the question is, tell me something you're very proud of, but you rarely or barely talk about. So you don't really talk about...
Every morning when I wake up, I'm looking in a mirror. And I'm proud of it. of that I'm happy, a happy man.
I love that.
Yeah, I like me, and
Okay.
that's okay. Because I know a lot of people do not.
Okay. My God, this is so cool. I swear I love asking the random question every episode because people always give me such a good answer, but I think this is one of the absolute best answers I've received. This is so cool. This is what we should be aiming for, guys. Waking up in the morning and being proud that we're happy and we're good.
If you are following your heart and everything is fine, and you look in the mirror and everything is fine, you live a good life.
Okay. Oh, I love this. Thank you, Joerg. This is such a good
You're
one.
welcome.
This is such a good one. Hell yeah. This is something I'm aiming for in life, you know? Getting, yeah. Hell yes. I love that. Okay. And so now, before fully wrapping this up, last question. What is your favorite song? Current favorite song? Even better if it's a local song. We're in Laos right now. So if you
It's
have...
a French song.
Okay.
You know, I think the most of the people will know it. It's Je veux.
Which one? Sorry.
Je veux l'amour.
Je veux
Sass, you know Sass?
From Sass? Okay, boom. I am so uncultured. I'm sure if I hear it... no, wait. I think I know this song.
That's a really nice song. I like it.
I think I know it because I use my friend's Spotify and I'm pretty sure I've seen it on that Spotify. So, okay, boom. So we're gonna add it as the outro of the
I have a
podcast
lot
episode.
of good songs, but most of the songs are not with voice. Yeah, I am listening to techno since 1990. Yeah, and my favorite songs are techno songs. Also because this was my former life. Yeah. There are so many emotions in this, and because of this, the most of the songs are techno. I don't know if your community does know these songs because my son does. I showed him and he loves it also. But I don't know if these are common songs now. Now these are oldies, I think.
Well, give
Like
me one.
me. Like me.
Give me like your top one because I think it's gonna be interesting to add this
Follow
at the
Me.
end. Follow me.
Follow Me from Jones and Stevenson.
Okay, boom. Because I mean, Joerg over here, he's one of the first people that ever listened to like real
First.
text. Yes, you told me. Well, okay.
I
So
was
tell me
one.
about the festival. Okay.
In Germany, we have a parade. Yeah, it's like in moment there are also parades in Cologne, for example. Yeah, but the name is Love Parade. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at the first Love Parade, there have been 2 trucks and some people around. I think perhaps 600 like this. Yeah, dancing to the techno. Yeah, and when I was at my last Love Parade, it has been about 7 years later. There has been 1 million people at the Love Parade.
Which is crazy, guys. So yes, you're one of the first like people that ever listened, I think, or really fell in love with techno. And actually, every year, at least twice a year, you go to big, really cool techno festivals.
Not really big. Yes, these are not really big, but they are beautiful. They are on top of the Switzerland mountains. Yeah, and there are not so many people. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Yeah, but these are really, 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 really cool parties.
So he goes to basically techno parties on top of Swiss
2
mountains.
times a year now. Yeah.
2 times a year. He technos the whole way. So if you ever see him and you end up in one of those parties, go and say hi to Joerg. He's the nicest, kindest, sweetest man
Thank you.
you'll
Thank you
ever
very much.
meet. Yes, I loved meeting you. It was so great. I love that we agree on so many topics. I think we've had a couple of very interesting stories
Yes.
also from the travels, including meeting Mr. Andrew.
Yeah.
That was, yes.
Yummy.
We had one night of a lot of Lao Lao,
Yeah.
which I'm never drinking again.
This was also a good. This was an important experience for you, I think.
Yeah.
Lao Lao.
I think it was a very important experience. One of those times where you wake up the next day and you're like, wow, I'm never drinking that again.
I told you the story with the Lao Lao from the ship. We was driving from. I think it was. Yeah, it was from more in the south to Luang Prabang. From Huaxai, I think, yeah.
Crazy story.
And then the ship broke. The propeller of the ship was done, yeah, and this was in mid of the jungle. And there had been some huts at the right side, yeah, and the captain was doing the ship with these 8-9 tourists on it, yeah, to the right side. And we went out of the ship, and then some people was coming to us, yeah, totally drunk with these glasses, this size, with Lao Lao in. I did not know what Lao Lao is, but this is a really, really hard stuff. It's 45%, rice spirit, and this was because someone of them died, and here in Laos they're Buddhism, so they believe that you have 90 days, and after 90 days, you are there as ghost. You are going to rebirth. And because of this, there has been this party, and this was awful. We have been so drunk, we nearly missed the ship when it was repaired. That was really cool.
And then you told me, because you guys, so this tiny village of maybe like what, 10 houses, they welcomed you guys, gave you a bunch of Lao Lao so you could grieve together, party together, and then you guys slept with the cows?
Yes, they had no rooms or no hotels, there was no hostel, there was nothing. So we slept with the cows in
That's such a cool story. That's such a cool story, and everybody woke up the next day, had to go back on the boat and then leave, and everybody...
The hangover was really... it was one of the baddest hangover I had ever.
Keep in mind, you take barely 2 shots of Lao Lao, but I had a very bad hangover yesterday. It was probably one of the worst ones I've had in a while. We didn't drink that much overall, but I think the Lao Lao is what really fucked me up.
This size,
yeah, big shots, but still, like...
But this is the hell. Lao Lao is the hell. And you don't know how it is really, because the Lao Lao is made at home from the people itself. Yeah? And you don't know, is this a really good one, is this a really bad one, or whatever. But you have to taste it. If you are in Laos, Lao Lao is culture.
Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately, we weren't able to crash a wedding this time. But next time we see each other, we have to crash a wedding, because it's also on my bucket list, crashing a wedding. And we had a moment, an epiphany moment, where we thought we were able to crash a wedding because it's wedding season, and there's a lot of parties happening like on the roads. But the thing is that I felt so bad yesterday that I was like, okay, I can't do this right now, like it's not the right thing. Also because we were driving, so I mean that would not have been good. We would have ended up as one of the injured. So
but we did it good. We came here without any injuries.
Yeah, we did.
And a lot of people are.
So anyways, all this, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for answering the questions. I think I'll ask.
Honor. Also this trip with you.
Thank you. It was so good, so random, but so great. Again, Joerg is. I love the man you are. Really, I think I look up towards you, and I think we need more men like you on this planet. It was really great doing this podcast, being on this trip.
Yeah, and for me, it was also interesting. Today we have been at this zip lining, and I think if I would not have met you, I would not have done it. And it was a really good experience.
Okay.
Thank you very much also.
Thank you so much. I'm sure we're definitely going to meet again somewhere. I mean, I'm telling you, once I'm back in Europe, I am going on. I'm not a huge fan of techno, at least not yet, but I'm definitely going to try and get a ticket to one of those Swiss techno parties to meet up with Joerg.
Our family has a little ship on the Lake of Constance. Perhaps if you visit me, we can do a little boat trip.
Oh my God, Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Boats. Hopefully the propeller doesn't break halfway through. Or maybe we hope it does.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully it breaks, yeah, and then we are going out to in something we don't know.
Exactly. Boom. I think we love the
adventure is also very important in the life.
That's. I think we're both. We love the adventure.
Yes.
We love the not knowing and then just figuring it out, and it's okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Joerg, for this. This was so fun. I think this is gonna be such a cool episode for people to watch with one of the OG backpackers.
With one of the oldest backpackers.
And if you enjoyed this, please. Actually, Joerg also has a YouTube channel where he posts his little trips, where he goes to different places. Super cute. I'm gonna add his channel somewhere around the video or in the description.
Thank you.
So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Again, Joerg is a super cool dude, so it's super worth it. And in any case, if you enjoyed this type of podcast, feel free to follow along, listen to more episodes. I'm gonna keep adding episodes of people I meet along my travels. Hopefully they're just as cool, at least just as cool as you, if not better, but it's gonna be hard to beat. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye bye.